Hi, I'm Aaron from Triton Plumbing. A question we get asked all the time is, when should I change my water heater? So we're going to talk about the 5 signs that you might need a new water heater. First, I'm going to describe this water heater that I'm standing next to. This is an electric water heater. I can tell because it's hardwired, not plugged into the wall. There's no vent going outside, up out the wall, or out through the attic, or out through the chimney or anything like that. And there's no gas line connected to it anywhere. So this is a straight up old electric water heater. We can tell how old it is. All water heaters will have a manufacturer date on the label somewhere. This one was manufactured in 2007, so we can assume it was installed sometime 2007, 2008. That's a rule of thumb. So the first sign that you might need a new water heater is your water heater can't keep up with the level of demand. What I mean by that is a lot of people move into their house. There's 2 people, and then they start adding people. Maybe after the 3rd or 4th shower, maybe they run the dishwasher, and all of a sudden they're getting no more hot water. So that is your water heater not being able to keep up with the level of demand. Remedies for that could be a larger water heater or a new water heater. So that would be the number 1 sign that you need a new water heater. If your water heater can't keep up with the level of use, then it's definitely time to consider maybe changing from electric to gas, because gas has a higher recovery time. Maybe upsizing. If you didn't want to go to gas, maybe you want to go from a 40-gallon to a 50 or even a 60-gallon water heater. So that's your first sign that you may need a new water heater. The second sign that you may need a new water heater is maybe it's making a lot of noise. If you're hearing a strange sound out of your water heater, chances are it is sediment that is built up in the water heater from calcium and other minerals that are depositing in the heater, and they are popping and moving as the water heats up. That is a problem. Your water heater is getting old, and in a tank like this, it's very hard to get rid of that sediment. So that is the second sign that you need a new water heater. Your water heater is making noise. That is the first step to the water heater failing, when it starts making noise. The third sign that you need a new water heater is if you're getting discolored water out of the heater. Doesn't happen very much in London. It would normally happen, if it's going to happen, at the end of when your water heater's spent, so all the waters come out of the heater, all the hot waters come out of the heater, and you're getting the dregs of the hot water from the bottom of the heater, and they could be discolored. That would be the third sign that you need a new water heater. The fourth sign that you need a new water heater is if you see any water around the base of that water heater. Your plumbing system, or the pipes going in and coming out of the hot water heater, or the hot water heater itself, is not made to let water out. So if you're seeing water pooling on the floor or a wet spot near your water heater, there's definitely something wrong. It could be as simple as your temperature and pressure relief going off, which is another sign of a problem in your water heater. And that, if it's just the temperature pressure up here, that's a fix. We can fix that. They generally don't go off unless there's a problem or if they're really old. But if you actually see water coming out of the bottom of your tank, if there's always a wet spot, or a wet spot that's getting worse at the bottom of your heater, it is time for a new water heater. There's no repairing that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If the water heater itself is leaking, it is time for a new water heater. The last sign that it is time for a new water heater is your water heater is just plain old. What do I mean by old? If your water heater is older than 12 or 15 years, you've had a good run. I know a lot of people want to fix them. We get it all the time. Oh, I just want to repair it. The problem with just repairing 15 plus years old and you're just going to repair it, chances are you're going to do a repair 1 week, spend money on that, and then the next week it's going to let go on the bottom. So be aware of that. If your water heater is over 15 years old, it's time to replace that. How do we tell if the water heater is older than 15 years old? At the beginning of the video I said this, and there should be a manufacturer date on the tag of your electric or gas water heater telling you when it was built, and that's just a good rule of thumb, because usually they're installed within 12 months of being manufactured. So recapping, 5 signs that it's time to get a new water heater. First, your water heater can't keep up. If you're running out of hot water mid-shower, it's definitely time to get a new water heater. Second, if you're hearing your water heater make a lot of popping or bubbling noises, time to get a new water heater. If you're seeing discolored water out of your heater, time to consider getting a new water heater. If you're seeing any pooling or puddling underneath your water heater, definitely time to have a plumber in and have a look. probably time to get a new water heater. And the fifth sign that you need a new water heater, and this is the sign that most people either ignore or don't, is that it's just plain old. If your water heater is older than 15 years, it's time to consider a new water heater. I'm Aaron from Triton Plumbing. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.